This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 1825, How to Slow the F Down by Melani Schweder of abrighterwild.com. And I'm Justin Malik, the guy who's been reading articles, book excerpts, even student essays to you every day, including holidays, for almost 5 years, covering personal development or self-help, how to live a better life, and a lot more. It's always with permission from the authors or websites. Just hit the subscribe button in your podcast app to get new episodes for free. And with that, let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. How to Slow the F Down by Melani Schweder of abrighterwild.com. Seems like we're all moving ahead at breakneck speed these days, doesn't it? Everyone is busy, overworked, and overscheduled. Our bodies are crumbling under the pressure, and we can't get our minds to slow the heck down enough to go to sleep at night. Everywhere you look, there's the message to keep going, work harder, do more things. Our collective FOMO is causing us all too much stress, too much anxiety, and making us focus on the things that aren't actually nourishing or valuable in life. But how do we get off the treadmill and actually slow the heck down? When we're constantly jumping from one task to the next, our nervous systems get overloaded and our adrenals get zapped. It's not a sustainable way of living. No wonder so many of us need caffeine or other stimulants to function in the day and then rely on meds to get sleep at night. No bueno, you guys. We have to learn how to purposely slow down our life and get a little more white space in our schedules. I'm not just talking about taking a vacation. Vacations are important to get out of our ruts, expose us to new environments, and get some R&R. But what about the rest of the year? How on earth can we slow the pace when we are in the middle of our usual work, school, or family obligations? I hope that this blog comes at a good time for you too and helps you find some peace. Here are my top 7 ideas for slowing down, getting some zen, and moving forward with more mindful intention. Number 1, meditate, even just for 10 minutes. I don't want to sound like a nag, but really peeps, meditation works. I know I talk about it a lot, but that's only because it's been so effective in reducing my stress, improving my mood, and helping me keep a healthy perspective no matter what's going on around me. And no, you don't need to fold yourself into a pretzel or sit on the floor for an hour a day to reap the benefits. You can chill out in a comfy chair or propped up in your bed and follow a guided meditation for just 10 minutes a day. Trust me, give it a few days and you'll be feeling good. I personally love following along to guided tracks from apps like Insight Timer, Pacifica, Calm, or Headspace. Number 2, set boundaries. To be honest, this should be number 1 on this list because I think of this as a vital life skill, especially for any empath, HSP, or chronically ill person. Learning to say no is one of the best things you can do for yourself and can help you from overscheduling and thus overextending your energy. You cannot serve from an empty vessel, remember? Don't give your time and energy to just anyone who asks for it. Learn to set boundaries and devote yourself to only the things that are truly important. Number 3, put the phone down. Seriously, do it. I know that technology is an addiction. Well, technically the connection it brings us is the true addiction, which isn't really a bad thing. Trust me, I get it. It took me a long while to break my long-standing habit of jumping on my iPhone right upon waking, but I know I still get on Instagram maybe more than I need to. The constant barrage of texts, notifications, emails, and updating social feeds only serves to keep your brain on high alert and your stress hormones pumping. Put your phone in a drawer for 1 hour every day, or take a whole day off from devices each week, and you might like the calm it brings. Number 4, get some nature time. There's nothing that can slow you down quite like nature can. When we step outside and wiggle our toes in the grass, our everyday stresses don't seem quite as urgent anymore, and we can refocus our attention in a healthier and more sustainable way. Wander around your neighborhood park, take a picnic lunch to the trailhead, or just sit in your backyard for a little while. This is also an awesome chance to spend time with friends, make some vitamin D, or play fetch with your pup. I'm looking at you, River. Number 5, eat mindfully. One of the easiest ways to tell how fast or slow you're moving is to observe your eating habits. Most of us wolf down our food or take snacks on the go because we just cannot be bothered to invest time or energy into eating. For your next meal, clear off the table, and yes, actually sit down at one, leave your phone elsewhere, and really bring your attention to your food. Use all 5 of your senses to explore and experience your meal, chew and swallow slowly, and rest for a moment before moving on to the rest of your day. Number 6, close some browser tabs. We live in a multitasking culture, always being told to do 10 things at once, but our brains actually don't work this way, and trying to tackle multiple activities is only a recipe for stress. Be a rebel and give monotasking a try. Whatever you're working on, only focus on that one thing. Close your other browser tabs, shut off the distractions, and be present to what you're doing. This, of course, applies to work, but also to other things like driving, eating, socializing, and playtime. And number 7, connect. Don't just coexist. How often do we really see and connect with other people that we spend time with? One of the easiest and simultaneously hardest ways we can slow down is to actually be present and engaged with our social interactions. Humans are endlessly fascinating, and when you can actually pay attention to their words, body language, mannerisms, and energetic vibrations, you'll find a much deeper connection. Treat every person in front of you as the most important thing in that moment, and you may be surprised at how it shifts your perception. I know we are all busy little bees these days, but this is your invitation to step back and ask yourself if your routine is actually a healthy and sustainable one. If you're constantly feeling stressed or rushed, give these 7 tips a try and pay attention to how you feel after a few days. Remember, life isn't going anywhere. It's okay to give yourself permission to slow your roll sometimes. You just listened to the post titled, How to Slow the F Down by Melani Schweder of abrighterwild.com. Thank you to Melani. Only recently, after narrating her articles for quite some time now, I realized that her last name is pronounced Schweder, not Schweder. So now I feel embarrassed about that, but better late than never to make a correction like this. So if the name sounded different to you, that's why. Thank you to Melani Schweder for understanding and always giving us great posts. This one, perfect for the holidays, with us speeding up, feeling like we have to catch up with all sorts of stuff at the end of the year, and multitasking with family, friends, gifts, resolutions, you name it. So take this one to heart. Thank you for listening and being here and for subscribing to the show. Please do subscribe for free if you haven't already. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be back for the Thursday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.